Excited to welcome first my co-host Tom Quigley of ClaimLinx. Tom, how are you? And I'm excited about our guest today. Who's our guest?
We have Brian Wiles with the Kable Group. Brian, you've been a client, what, 7, 8 years now?
Absolutely, Tom. Nice to see you guys. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, it's nice where I'm at. It's sunny.
Yes. Yeah. So tell me about it, Brian. I found out you're a former Pittsburgher yourself. And how did this all start? Not meeting ClaimLinx, but tell us about how your business and how it started.
So I moved to Cincinnati back in 1994 from Pittsburgh. Got into sales, got into radio sales specifically, not unlike WDVE in Pittsburgh. I worked for the big rock station here in Cincinnati. And in 2006, a business partner of mine spread off and we started, it's going to sound weird, but we started a Hispanic media company in Cincinnati, Ohio. And neither of us speak Spanish.
Oh my goodness. What a great idea.
In the evolution of running a business and understanding that, we owned newspapers and radio stations, and we did events all throughout Ohio. We actually started the first Hispanic newspaper in Pittsburgh, La Jornada Latina, that is still active to this day. So in 2019, we sold that business and we started a workforce solution business called the Kable Group, Kable with a K. So we will do light industrial staffing, professional staffing. We do IT boot camps. And we also do some consulting for ServiceNow. So each parts of these businesses, our main goal is to help somebody. Our mission is help that person find what they want to do in life. Whether that's they want to work in a warehouse, I got you. Want to better your career, I got you. You want to skill yourself up through web development or cybersecurity, I've got you. You want to be a consultant in ServiceNow and understand the coding side of it, I've got that. So that's how this business, so we are really, professional services is a big thing for us.
Okay. Go ahead, Tom, with your question for Brian.
I mean, it's, I guess the question I would have for Brian would be is, why do you think all these businesses are giving away thousands to an insurance company versus keeping it in their coffers?
Tom, we've talked about this a few times, and I was that guy. What I'm going to say is I was that guy. So there's a few things. First thing is it sounds too good to be true, right? It also is lack of education, lack of knowledge. I just didn't know. We trusted these health insurance agents, and there's a little bit of a bias there, right? You grew up with this bias. And I also think that another question that pops up, is it legal? That comes up. Oh my God, this is too good to be true. I'm afraid, I'm biased. These insurance agents are driving me crazy, until you really sit down and you break it all down. We had our CPAs, when we had our legal team look at the opportunities that you present to us, it's a no-brainer. Yes, it's legal. Yes, I'm biased. But now I'm biased the other way. I don't talk to insurance agents anymore. Those rates were going up 40, 50, 60, 100% at a time. They would have bankrupted us, especially us. I might have a workforce of 300 people on the street with our light industrial staffing. If I had to do the insurance program that those providers 7, 8 years ago told us to do, I wouldn't be here talking to you today.
Wow.
It's a fact. You've probably saved us $100,000 every year, but that number's hard to define because of 7 years ago, my rates, not the rates of today, which are completely out of whack. So I think the biggest thing is fear, education. Is it legal? And is it too good to be true?
Now, Brian, I heard that, and I did it for myself for my own healthcare, and I was like, okay, individually for as a business, I'm like, as a small business owner, I'm like, oh, this is a no-brainer. But we just think we can't get these rates, and what Tom is able to do. So you say it's saving you hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but you don't know how to measure what the current rates would be to how much he's saving you now. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's right. It could be 500,000. We just don't know because these rates keep compounding. Nobody came to us in the 15 years before Tom came to us. They didn't come to us and say, hey, Brian, we're going to take your rates down 10%. No, nobody's ever done that. right? They're always like, hey, it's only up 25% this year, but I got you 15% up. Oh, okay. Sign me up, right? There, you have no other options at that point. And I remember the time when I told our insurance agent we were going to go with ClaimLinx. And that insurance agent cussed me out, told me I was crazy, told me I'd be bankrupt, and I probably would be in jail for what I was doing to my employees. It was the fear. He put the fear in me, and I was like, oh my gosh, because you just don't know.
So when you started hearing that, the fear, what fears did you have, Brian, that was not true?
Are they
What types of fear did you have? Because I understand what you're saying. Oh, I'm going to give certain benefits to certain people while making it difficult, making other people have to pay. Explain some of those pain points you were concerned about, or that insurance agent put the fear of God into you that you found out was not true at all.
Sure, lack of coverage. Hey, you can go with those guys. You're not going to get the same type of coverage you are that if you're going with us and our providers. And that's just not true. And the billing's going to get screwed up. Oh, you're going to be delayed on this stuff. So they muddy the water a little bit, gray it up. But in reality, it's pretty black and white. There was no change in it. Now, sure, the way the hospital systems, I'm not sure how it works in your area, but in Cincinnati,
Oh, it's national.
they're hiring people in these hospital groups that may not have the right acumen to be handling billing. So part of the deal with ClaimLinx is you have a primary card and a secondary card. 2 cards. Okay, so we had to get our employees and even my wife over the hump of you got to show them 2 cards. One's the primary, one's the secondary. Without a doubt, to this day, 7.5 years later, I go to Christ Hospital for a checkup. Here's my primary, here's my secondary. When they send me the bill, the primary's on, there's no secondary. You're like, what? So you got to call them, get somebody on the phone. Hey, you didn't file the secondary insurance. Oh, nobody ever gave that to us. That's not true. I was that person. I handed both of your representatives the card. What? So I think there's a little bit of a hurdle there, but these systems try to make it so hard to do business with.
No, and they do, because then the billing and then the challenges and all these different things. And that's why you have ClaimLinx, to be able
That's
to make it through. Because then you're just paying a lot of money and saying, I really can't afford healthcare for my employees. I have to carry healthcare for my employees, so I guess I'm done. So how many employees do you have, Brian?
So we're a unique business. I've got 65 employees, let's call them internal employees. So that's people that work in our office, or maybe they're recruiters or they're consultants. And then I have another base of 300 people that are external employees. These would be the contract workers that are working in warehouses that are on contract for us at a third party.
Oh, wow. And you have to cover all of them. So that's a lot.
You have to have coverage for all. You have to blanket that. The way our system works, it's a force feed. Right? They're forcing it on us. I've got to have coverage. Now, not everybody takes the coverage. They may decline it. Now, that's on the individual at that point. But as us as a company, we have to be a provider of health insurance.
Interesting.
Or you pay an employer mandate penalty. And with Brian's situation, it would kill him because of the fact he's got 300 people under the law. So he would have to pay the fine on 270 people, because you get the first 30 free. And if you do the math, it's cheaper to finance the way he is currently. But another funny story is what the attorney that actually looked at it, they actually became a client, right? That was the same attorney. Yeah. And
Right.
The attorney group, I'm saving them a lot of money also. And what's funny was, they're the ones who looked at it, no issues, and they become a client.
I didn't get a commission on that. Somehow that's not good.
We'll talk about that off camera here.
No.
But
Okay.
in terms of I think the biggest obstacle that all small business face right now is the runaway cost of health insurance and benefits, because there's no control the way that the system's set up currently for those who won't listen. I have a school district up in North Conway in New Hampshire that just laid off 8 people in the town where we have an office up there. And their main reason was their health insurance rates are going up 40%. I could save them 3 million without breathing, 4 million if I half breathed, and 5 million if I did it. And there's your 600,000 budget shortfall that you have because of the citizens saying we're not giving you any extra money. So they're laying off. So who's that hurt? The kids, the towns, the school district. Now the property values go down. People just don't get it. It's just insane.
And the other key feature on this, Neil and Tom, is you've got to reach the right person when you're dealing with this, right? The HR director is handcuffed a little bit in each of these businesses because this is how we do business. We've always done it this way. Jim over here is our insurance provider. He's brought us our best step forward. They're going to only mark us up 52% this year. And as a
So
owner,
it's basically you have to run the numbers.
yeah, but sometimes that HR director is handicapped, right? They can't really pull the trigger. So it's got to go to the owner. And that's where the small business, that's the real person that's got to get it, understand it, and make that decision.
That's what I was telling Tom about that. That's getting the CEOs, the decision makers on the show, because they're on the show, but also connect with them because they're the ones that are going to make the ultimate decision. Anyone else that's an employee in that company, 9 times out of 10 will never bring it through because they've got too much going on. So you really have to get that owner to say, okay, I got to make that move. So you're going to continue with ClaimLinx. It sounds like you keep saving the money you're saving.
That's a no-brainer. That's almost like the Steelers not having a losing season. That's going to happen. We are not moving anywhere.
Now, what will the Steelers do? That's for another time in their place. All right. Based on that, Tom, what do you want to add to this conversation? Brian's given us some great information.
If you listen to our ideas, you're able to increase the value of your company and give your employees better benefits. And that's the key, is the benefits you're providing now, Brian, are much better than when we first met.
That's right. They've not decreased. I would love to call back that insurance agent and have a conversation about that, because they told me all this stuff that never actually happened.
All right. Brian, where's the best place we can connect with you and check out your company?
Kablegroup.com. Check us out. Love to. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Who would be people listening and watching the Neil Haley show that would be perfect for that would contact you? Who's your ideal customer?
We kind of work across the board. It depends on, we have 2 customers. We have the customer where we place them into businesses, but we also have the businesses themselves. So it could be a business that's looking to solve a workforce solution or a challenge. We're your people, right? Or if you're looking for a job, you live in Ohio, I got you covered.
So Ohio's where you serve.
Ohio's our main footprint. Yeah, we can place people nationwide, but our largest footprint's in Ohio.
All right. Appreciate it, Brian. Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
All right. ClaimLinx.com. That was special simulcast, the Neil Haley Show, and the Cutting Edge Benefits Podcast, guys. Take care.
Thanks.